Hey everyone, this is Sunita and you watching Sunita's English Adventure. I hope you all are doing well. In today's video, I had my second conversation with a tutor from EnglishYaari platform. In today's discussion, we dived into some really interesting points about my English learning journey. How many languages do I know and what it actually takes to learn a new one. We also discussed four important pillars: reading, writing, listening, and speaking. So, what are we waiting for? Let's dive into the conversation. And yes, before that, don't forget to subscribe.
Hello, good evening.
Hello, ma'am. Good evening. Nice to see you again.
Yeah, same here. Nice to see you again. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Nothing extraordinary, but as usual, doing well. Fine. How
Great,
about you? How are
great,
you
great.
doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you so much for asking. So, how is your day treating you?
My day has been treating me as usual quite well, and
Okay.
I was in a little dilemma today. I was feeling
Mm-hmm.
a bit overwhelmed. You know, sometimes you get hit by those thoughts, those emotions, and you feel like you're doing a lot. And that question
Yes.
mark, am I doing too much? Should I slow down? All that. And
Yes.
some days I
Yes.
like I should do a bit more. Like I have time, I can do it. You know, that extra energy you get from somewhere, and then you sign up to a lot of things. And then after some
Exactly.
days, you feel like, have I taken up a lot? So it was that day today.
It was that day for you today. Yes. And how are you feeling now? Are you still in that dilemma or you're fine?
I am still in that dilemma, but let's see. I have to structure my days. You know, that's the
Yes.
only way
Yes.
out.
Exactly. Exactly. Yes. So, how is everything going? How is your language going? How is your YouTube channel going?
All well. Everything is going pretty smooth. YouTube channel is growing well. Every day I gain a lot of subscribers, and I feel that
Mm-hmm.
one of the reasons is English Yari videos too, like the kind of
Okay.
conversations I have with English Yari. So I was just discussing with one of my friends that I feel that because of English Yari, I've gained a lot of subscribers. So people look up to my channel for English Yari videos too, apart from my vlogs and regular
Great.
conversations. So this is
Great,
something
great,
I
great.
have to hold on.
You can't leave it like that. You have to pull on to that, right?
Yes,
Exactly.
yes.
Okay, okay, great. Okay, so what do we have for today? What's on the table for today?
Anything. The ball is in
Mm-hmm.
your court. Anything.
Oh,
I'm ready.
great. Okay. So let's talk about the language learning journey that we have as a topic for today. So, tell me, how do you feel about the English language? How has
Mhm,
it helped you in your life throughout? And
mhm,
what are the advantages that you've gained from the language as such in general?
mhm. Okay, so for me, English has now become an emotion because it has changed my life drastically. Earlier than starting my English learning journey, I feel that I was just an ordinary housewife.
Mm-hmm.
But after that, I'm more than a housewife now. I'm wearing many hats now. You know, people know me as an English language tutor and then a YouTuber, and then they see me as someone confident. Many people are proud of me because I belong to their state. I'm from Uttarakhand, so many Uttarakhandis are so proud of me, right? So
Yes.
now
Yes.
I have gained a lot of respect. I have gained a lot of love, which I was deprived of earlier
Mm-hmm.
because I had never exposed myself to these kind of world or an open world, you can say. So I never knew my potential. But when I started this journey, all of a sudden, out of the blue, I was able to realize that I have a lot of caliber and I can do a lot of things and
Mm.
definitely experiment on a lot of things. And over
Yes.
time, you can realize what is meant for you and what is not. So yes, I've
Mm-hmm.
been experimenting a lot with a lot of things like vlogs and then conversational videos and then tutoring and everything. And I feel that in the process, I'm learning a lot. It's not just
Okay.
about language, but I'm developing myself as a person. You know, I'm gaining a lot of perspectives. Earlier
Yes.
than this, I feel that I was just an ordinary person, a
Mm-hmm.
naive, or I knew nothing about the outside world because I was confined to just these four walls. I would never watch any kind of videos, you know, English related videos. because I was
Mm-hmm.
happy watching Hindi videos and I was so in my comfortable zone, comfort
Mm-hmm.
zone, right?
Yes.
But then I pushed myself a bit and people appreciated, so I pushed even little. Just give me a second, please.
Yeah, yeah, sure, sure.
Even I have learned how to manage things, how to manage kids, family with your dream, like, right? And earlier than this, I was
Yeah,
like, I was giving a lot of excuses. I can't do this. I have kids. I have family to serve, right? There were a lot of
yeah.
excuses. But
Yes,
now I suggest people or I motivate people to leave all these excuses and do something on their own. And
exactly.
I put myself as an example, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
it's definitely easy to preach things, but when you put yourself as an example, people understand easily, they resonate with you. So your
Exactly.
work becomes easy there, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
So
Very
yes.
much. Very true. Very true. Okay, great. So, what incident or situation motivated you to take up or make you feel like, okay, it's high time I take this language seriously? So, was there
Mhm.
any incident as such, a particular incident
Mhm.
as such?
Not a particular incident, but I remember when I started this journey, I started with an intention of earning money. I created
Mm-hmm.
that YouTube channel so that I could earn money in future out of
Mm.
this YouTube channel. But after a few months, maybe after 1 or 2 months, I realized that I need to work on my communication skills, as I've seen people working a lot or talking a lot about it, that we do many kind of activities to improve their English, right? They
Exactly.
do these kind of activities. They indulge themselves in many activities and they immerse themselves in English. So from there I've learned that yes, these are few things that I also have to take care of if I want to
Mm-hmm.
improve my English, and I definitely have to if I want to sustain in this journey for long. So that was my
Yes.
motivation. I
Mm.
wanted to be in this journey for long,
Mm-hmm.
and to be here, to sustain here, I have to improve my communication skills, right? Still,
Yes. Yes.
people have raised that bar. They have a lot of expectations from me. I'm at this
Mm-hmm.
level now, but they want to see me grow and they want to learn from me more
Yes.
with
They
time, right?
expect more from you.
Yes. So I have to keep myself updated with
Okay.
English language as well.
Okay, so that was your incident or motivation. So, how many
Yes.
languages do you know in general?
In general, I know three languages. I
Mm-hmm.
can speak Hindi and English fluently, and
Okay.
one is my mother tongue. I cannot speak fluently, but in broken way, I can speak.
Okay, and your mother tongue is?
Gadwali.
Oh, okay. I've never heard about that language.
Yes,
Which
it's from
part of the which part of India speaks that language?
Uttarakhand. Uttarakhand. In Uttarakhand, there
Okay.
are two dialects,
Okay.
Gadwali and Kumaoni. So we
Okay.
speak
Okay.
Gadwali.
Oh, okay, great. So, have you ever felt like English was much more easier than learning all these languages?
For me, I have never learned these languages like Hindi and my mother tongue. I never
Mm-hmm.
pushed myself, or I never put any kind of effort in learning these languages. I've learned these languages naturally because of the environment I live in,
Mm-hmm.
right? The atmosphere I'm
Yes,
getting naturally.
exactly,
So for
exactly.
me, definitely English was a bit harder because I have to put effort here. Other than that, the other two languages were not hard for me. But still, if I
Mhm.
have to get a hang of my mother tongue too, so I have to put some extra effort there as well.
Okay, so English was something that you learned consciously, and the other two
Yes.
were something that you learned unconsciously.
Yes.
Right.
Exactly.
Okay,
Yes.
great. So in English itself, there are four major skills that you have to procure. One is the reading, writing, listening, and speaking. So if you can confidently say that you have a great command over any one of the skill, which one would you say when in terms of English?
Okay, so I feel that listening and speaking mostly. I'm a great
Mhm.
observer. I can observe people and I'm a great listener too. So that helps
Okay.
me pick up vocabulary or pick up some interesting things that I can also incorporate in my speaking. Then
Mhm.
speaking definitely demands some effort, right?
Yes,
So
yes.
listening and observation power,
Mm-hmm.
for me, that means a lot. Other than that, I am not able to indulge myself in other two activities like reading and writing. I don't do that much, but whenever I get some time, I read small articles. Sometimes I read on ChatGPT. I prompt ChatGPT to give me uh, an article on certain topic, and then I read that. topic.
Okay.
Or
Okay.
sometimes I go on Google or read current affairs or burning topics kind of, but I am not able to inculcate the habit of reading books. I want to do that but still not able to do so. And writing, you can say I don't write journals, but I write comments, you know,
Okay.
below the videos, so that is
Yeah.
also writing practice, right? And then I
Yes.
write WhatsApp messages in English, so again a
Okay.
writing practice.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Okay.
so this
Yes.
is how I'm
Yes.
doing.
Yeah, because I feel that reading or having a habit over reading is not everybody's cup of tea. Right. It is not something
Mhm.
that everybody has an interest on. I tell my learners every time when they tell me, ma'am, suggest which book should I read? When, how can I do this? When can I start over it? So they become too stressed over that. So I said, reading is not the only option that you have to improve a
Mhm.
language. Do things which you're interested in more. You know, some people they don't like reading and they
Right.
still force themselves to read certain books, because in the current scenario or
Mhm.
in the current generation, especially the 90s kids or the generation before that, they are not learning English because they want to or because they like to do it. It's basically come off as a
Mhm.
necessity for them. So they are literally forced to learn that
Mhm.
language or forced to have a command over the
Yes.
language. So I have learners mostly
Mhm.
on the basis of that, because of
Mhm.
their profession or because of their circumstances, they are forced to know the
Yes.
language or learn the language. So I tell everybody that why
Mhm.
do you want to stick on to things already
Yes.
you're forced onto something? Why do you want to do, force yourself on something that is
Mhm.
not worthy enough for you? So do something interesting so that you'll
Mhm.
start having a small liking towards the language. And then eventually you'll understand the importance of
Right.
language through that journey. Right.
Mhm.
So, like I said,
True
reading
that.
is
True
not
that.
everybody's cup of tea. Yeah, exactly. So you said you are good in
Mhm.
listening
For
or
me
you like
also,
listening.
yes.
Yeah, continue. Sorry.
I like listening, or it's an only option left for me because I get very little time to consume content or to do
Yes.
anything for that matter to learn English. I get a very little time in my day-to-day life. So I
Mm-hmm.
am always in that dilemma. What should I start with? Whenever I get some time, like
Yes.
what should I
Yes.
opt for? I am always in that dilemma. So
Mm-hmm.
whatever I feel like that time, I'm kind of a mood driven. If I am in a mood of reading something, I would instantly open an article or something like that. I'll start reading. If I'm not in a mood of reading, I would watch something. Watching is something that is very easy to do, right? So that's
Yes.
always on the top, or listening to something. But then writing and reading take a back seat there.
Yeah,
So
you have
still
to put a
depends
lot of
on mood
effort
too.
into that.
Mhm.
Right.
Right, right.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so coming on to the listening part, you said it's easier when compared to the other skills. Listening is a much more easier skill that you can acquire. So during your beginning part of the journey towards English language learning, you would have, watched a lot of movies, if I'm not wrong. English
Not
movies?
really.
No?
I
So how do
I
you, what are the things that you listen to?
Random videos on YouTube. If I like any thumbnail, title on any thumbnail, and if I feel
Okay.
like this video must be very interesting, I should click on this. So I would do
Mm-hmm.
that. And if I find it interesting, I would watch it fully. If not, then I
Okay.
would leave it in the middle and I would jump to other other videos, something like that.
Okay. Okay.
So that was the thing I was indulged in, but now I do it more consciously. So
Mm-hmm.
I, whenever I get any interesting video, even if I'm busy, I add it to my watch later list, and then when I get free or when I am in my kitchen, that time I listen to all these videos passively. I would
Okay.
simply turn it on and keep on doing my work.
Yes.
And
Yes.
mostly I save videos related to podcast related videos, and then English Yari
Mm-hmm.
videos,
Mm-hmm.
and with tutors also. Sometimes, tutors converse with each other and talk about important matters, or maybe related to fluency. I save that kind of videos too. Sometimes
Okay.
stories. I have started watching YouTube Kids as well because I find that
Mm-hmm.
kind of content interesting. I am into
Interesting.
animated movies more than that of real movies with, humans in it. I'm into
Mm-hmm.
animated. I
Mm-hmm.
enjoy
Understand.
that more.
Okay. Okay. So in the beginning part also you were referring to such kind of videos. So do you prefer Indian videos or do you go with foreign videos like people who have another accent?
Mm-hmm. I always enjoy videos with Indian accent. I don't
Okay.
enjoy any video where any native speaker is speaking because I have to listen to them very consciously that time, to understand their accent. So that becomes a little
Okay.
difficult there. But when I listen to any Indian speaker, it becomes really easy for me to gather their thoughts or whatever they are speaking about. It becomes a bit easy. And since I'm not into
Okay.
gaining that kind of accent, like a foreigner accent, so I prefer not to watch those kind of videos, but to gain knowledge. Sometimes they have better knowledge when it comes to English language because they own this language. So to gain some knowledge, I watch their videos,
Yes.
but not for that entertainment purpose
Mhm.
or for that,
Okay.
listening practice. I don't do it for that matter, but
Okay.
just for gaining knowledge.
Gaining knowledge. Great.
Mhm.
Okay. So do you usually use subtitles when you're listening to it, or you just turn it off?
I turn it off. Like at this
Okay.
level, I don't need subtitles, but when I started, that time I used to read subtitles also while
Subtitles also.
listening to
Okay.
anything. Mhm.
Okay, great. Okay. So coming to the writing part, when was the last time you wrote a letter or an essay? Do you
My
remember the
God.
last time?
during during my school days only, not after that.
Not after that, never after that.
Mm. Yes, yes, never after
Okay.
that.
Okay. So what about an email? Have you written an email recently?
Email, yes. I do that every day because I get
Mm-hmm.
emails from my subscribers too. I reply to them, and then I write long WhatsApp messages to inform something in my WhatsApp group about classes maybe or
Yes.
about anything else. So I do that
Great.
practice often.
Okay. Okay. Great. So when it comes to writing also, okay, other than writing, there is a new AI which is called ChatGPT nowadays, right?
Mhm.
What is the number of times that you use ChatGPT on a daily basis?
Mhm.
And also for what purpose?
Aha. N number of times. There is no limit to that because ChatGPT has become my best friend now.
Okay.
Whenever it comes to any kind of suggestions or maybe any questions, any doubts, I directly go to ChatGPT and ask there. And
Okay.
it definitely helps. So
Mm-hmm.
yes, and for what purpose? Definitely, whenever I get stuck, I ask ChatGPT for its English version, so it helps me in learning English or polishing my English, you can say. Sometimes
Okay.
I give my sentences or I give a para to ChatGPT and I ask ChatGPT to refine it. There I
Hmm.
get some new words, new phrases by which I can polish my speaking skills, right? So this is how
Okay.
it is helping me. Sometimes, many a times, I want to introduce some engaging and
Mhm.
something valuable in my classes. So that time I also I asked ChatGPT to provide me some suggestions so that I could
Mhm.
reinforce that in my classes too. Because the ultimate
Great.
aim is to provide value to the students there.
To the students. Exactly. Exactly. So how do you deal with unfamiliar words?
Hmm. Unfamiliar words, if I get any, so I research about it again on ChatGPT itself. And sometimes when I don't get satisfied with ChatGPT, I go to Google to recheck.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
especially for pronunciation, I go to Google,
Okay.
right? So this is how I do.
Great. Great. Okay.
Mhm.
So that's the questions that I had for you. Is there anything that you would like to ask me?
Mhm. I would love to know, are you also into writing? Because this is something, writing has become a luxury now for people.
Yes, I am into writing. It's not that
Uh-huh.
I've published it, or made it viral or anything, but I do
Mhm.
love writing a lot. I keep a journal, I keep a
Mhm.
diary for myself where I write all my thoughts when it comes to email also. So when ChatGPT came forward, I just took one small decision in my life. I will never use ChatGPT for my writing purpose. It will be solely my own work, even if
Mhm.
it's writing an email or to send a long message with for somebody. I feel that when you're writing your whole, you're expressing your whole emotions there, which
Mhm.
an AI won't be able to understand, is what my understanding. So whenever I have something to write to my family or to my husband or anything of that sort, I usually take my own words because I feel
Mhm.
in a way I am blessed to have a command over the language where I've acquired all the skills in English I wouldn't say I'm very great in that or something, but then I still feel in a way I am blessed to have such kind of talent in my life, and I want to use it profoundly so that it
Hmm.
doesn't get wasted to a certain point of time.
Yes.
So yeah,
Yes.
I'm somebody who goes with writing a lot.
Great to know about that. And
Mhm.
that's so true. When you rely too much on Chat GPT, then you lose out on your writing skills too. So better
Exactly,
not to do
exactly.
that when you're already an
Into
expert.
it.
Yes, yes.
I wouldn't say I'm an expert, but then I just love doing it. It's something that I
Uh-huh.
enjoy doing all over. I do
Mhm.
use ChatGPT, okay, for certain purposes, but in the recent times, I think I've lost a little trust in ChatGPT because it has given me wrong answers
Yes, that
sometimes.
happens.
So I don't completely or blindly go with it, but
Mm-hmm.
then yeah, for certain synonyms or words, it is a really good reference part when it comes to English.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yes.
Completely agreed to that.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you so much, Sunita, for addressing everything to me and answering all the questions that I had. It was lovely connecting with you. I hope you have a wonderful evening. Take care.
Yes. Same to you, ma'am, and thank you for those amazing questions.
No problem. No problem. My pleasure.
Okay, ma'am. Take care.
Bye bye.
Bye.